Hi everybody, welcome back. So I've gotten a couple emails and I want to address a couple of questions. Not too many, but just to give you some fast, quick answers, okay? And this is mostly for my girls, but you guys could certainly learn a couple of things. Okay, so number one, I just want you, for actually both of you guys and girls, to understand one thing. Codependency is not just one-sided, okay? Yes, codependency sounds like you're clingy emotionally or financially dependent. Yes, that is true. But understand that the other person is also codependent. If you are with someone who is clingy emotionally, I guarantee you that you're a fixer-upper. You have a need to fix people, you have a need to upgrade them, you have a need to organize them, you have a need to help them. Now, this came about most likely because you did have a parent that you had to level up to that was not anchored in a healthy way as being a parent, so alcoholic, dysfunctionally, in many ways, addiction, anything like that. So you had to level up so early. You probably chiseled quite a few gifts into yourself of perception, of intuition, of gut instincts, because you had to survive and you had to make sure things are on an even keel. So you may attract someone who's clingy, most likely will, as long as you, girl, or you, guy, have a need to fix them. And I'll discuss that fix thing within yourself, because it's actually just deflecting everything you have to fix about yourself. And it actually is also this feeling of just being comfortable with and feeling natural that it is good for me to just focus on enhancing myself, since your focus always had to be the parent that was dysfunctional. So this is what I want to address just really quickly, because I've had some emails on this. When a guy says to a girl, "You're hurting my feelings," when a guy pulls that feelings card, understand he's yanking on your Mother Hubbard strings, okay? And logically looking at it, it's actually, you're not being a Mother Hubbard, but what you are being is predominantly in your masculine energy of doing, being responsible, being sacrificial, overgiving. So have a problem with pampering, with receiving compliments, with receiving help, with asking for help, with taking care of yourself, doing extra things for yourself. So you will pull in, or you may even work around someone whom you hear that says to someone there or yourself, especially if you're a manager, "You hurt my feelings." When a man who's not 4 years old and you're not his mommy, an adult man, a guy who says to a girl, "You're hurting my feelings," that guy is not fully developed. That guy is broken, damaged, and seriously missing pieces. Seriously. Because that guy would not go to his friend Joey and say, "Yo, Joey, you're hurting my feelings," unless they're both drunk. But he would do it to a girl who's predominantly in her masculine energy, and she's a business top ass, badass boss, or she's a top athlete, or she's just super smart and super organized, which means she's disconnected from her feminine feelings. They tend to make her weak in how she sees herself. They tend to make her feeling like she's vulnerable, and she doesn't want to ask for help because she's already learned early on that she can't depend on it. So she got cross-wired, I should say there, And so she developed in a certain way. So, ladies, if you have a guy that says, you're hurting my feelings, you just look at him and you just say, I'm not your mommy and you're not 4 years old. And when you say that back to him, it will force him to just level up and just be anchored, if he can find his way, into his masculine energy, because he and his masculine energy has been severed in somehow, shape, or form, where he is overwhelmed with his emotions. And a guy's body, biologically how he's made, is not equipped to be overwhelmed with his emotions. Creative guys are overwhelmed with their emotions. That's why they're sappy. That's why they drink. That's why they do a lot of pot. I'm not saying all creative guys are like that. The ones that are balanced, either athletic or a businessman as well, where that needs logic, is going to be balanced very nicely. The way you know you're a feminine-oriented, energetic guy is when you're passive-aggressive, when you don't initiate things, when you wait for the female to come to you, when you play mind games, when you're not secure in your balls to ask and to take a risk. You maneuver, you manipulate, and you'll probably attract a girl who will fall into that trap, because if she's a masculine energy, you being predominantly the feminine energy, she'll be mostly in her head. So a girl that's mostly in her head can't say no to a challenge. She can't say, oh, that doesn't feel right. And you feel like oyster snot to me. So no, I don't want to even deal with you. Because I'll tell you something, ladies, when you're dealing with this kind of guy, God forbid you have a bad day, because you usually got your shit together, he'll just say, get over it. Like, just get over it. He doesn't have the emotional muscle to endure where you're at, to help you elevate, to walk through the abyss of emotions with you, to actually be an emotional callus for you so that you can rest in his hands. He's way too sensitive to his own ass. So you got to tiptoe how you say what you say to this guy. You can't just have a logical conversation. He'll snap. These types of guys are triggered. So in order to upscale our guys, ladies, don't fall into that you're hurting my feelings card that they play. Don't play that game. It's a losing game. You need to anchor yourself as a feminine, divine spirit, as a feminine energy, which means you stand up for your feelings. You know who you are. You don't have to prove it. You feel good, you'll go on. You feel bad, fuck off and die. Basically, yeah. So that's the first thing that is really, really important, because the scales have tipped. And in my other videos, I'll talk about how that came to be and the dominoes effect, because it all has to do with media influence in society. And what it's doing is it's leaving our guys ballless while we strap on their balls, making us completely in our head, which is why we're 24/7 there, which is why we have to keep asking, why didn't he? Why did he? How come this happened? What could I have done? When you do that as a woman, as a girl, with all that divine feminine energy, which is pure magic, what do you think attracts the law of attraction? Masculine energy? No, it's feminine energy. It's passively magnetic. And you cut yourself off when you live in your brain and disconnect from your feelings and disconnect from that magnetic ability to pull anything you want in, because you're losing that muscle. The guy's getting it, because now we're running after the guys. And if we're becoming aggressive, they're going to have to be passive just in order to keep the peace, because opposites attract. That's how we jive. That's how we roll. So in this quick video, I just want to say, I'm wrapping up my time now. Remember, don't let a guy pull that feeling card on you. Snap him out of it. He's got to grow up and be a man. You can't be the man for him. He can't hide behind mommy's skirt anymore. He can't try to get from you the nurturing that he never got from a very damaged mother. He needs to find his own way. Like a sperm, that's what they do. And then he gets the egg. Bye.